This is where I am now, in this godforsaken dump beside all types of phonies. You may call it a hospital, but I call it hell. I know that it's good for me and all, but maybe it's not what I wanted. I'm not saying that I blame my parents for putting me here after I got sick and all, but I do know that this sure as hell isn't where the ducks go for winter. Before I confuse you anymore, let me explain what got me here. This all happened after I took Phoebe to that carousel in the park. About a week after my parents found out that I had flunked out of Pensy. I got so damn depressed. I kept thinking about that castle kid and how he got out of all life's phoniness so easily. Well, one day I decided to do it. Just end it right there. Nobody would miss me. My parents don't even know what kind of skates I want. And most of all the 16-year-olds I know are all big phonies, like Ackley, Stradlater, and even old Sally. It was so damn depressing that I was just about to jump out a window. I forgot where it was that I went to do it. Maybe it was back at Pensy, or maybe it was in our apartment building. I didn't really care much about that part. As I fall, I'd look down and see that I'm only at the very top of the tallest skyscrapers of the city. I'd still have a long fall ahead of me before my swift meeting with the hard sidewalk. As I looked to my side, I'd see the sun setting and silhouetting off the water as if it were falling with me. On my descent, I'd feel the bullet wound in my chest begin to bleed into the sky above me because gravity is sucking the blood out. Before I reached the ground, I'd think of someone nice like Mr. Antolini taking my bloody body from the pavement and hiding it from everyone's phony eyes. I would watch the sun and my blood before finally hitting the ground. Of course, all that dramatic crap didn't happen to me. I wouldn't be here if it did. Nah, I was about to. I really was. But before I started running, I thought about when I went home to visit Phoebe after getting kicked out of phony Pensy. I was thinking of when I told her that I wanted to be the catcher in the Rye when I grow up because of that old kid song. Then she told me that I'd got the lyrics all wrong, and that it was actually if a body meet a body coming through the Rye, and not if a body catch a body coming through the Rye. She kills me. She's probably the smartest person ever who isn't a phony. Even though she told me this, I still like to picture it my way. I would be the catcher, and I would stand where the field meets the cliff and watch for young boys and girls to come running to me. I would catch each and every one and save their lives so they wouldn't fall down the cliff and never get back up. Anyway, I just kept thinking about that. And just before I started to run, I just sat down and cried and cried and cried. I cried until someone, I didn't really see who, for all I knew it could have been that bastard Maurice, found me and somehow got me home. My parents found out what I was going to do pretty fast, so they sent me to a special hospital for madmen like me. I got a special teacher who was particularly phony and talked to me about what I was about to do. Then he talked to me about my future career of catching in the Rye. He tried to make me see some inner meaning to it, but he doesn't understand. He's far too phony. He also talked to me about school as well. He kept asking me if I would try in school, if I'd flunk out. I told him that I don't know. It hasn't happened yet. Now I'm in a new school full of new phonies. But yet, it feels different from Pensy. I may actually put some effort into this school. I bet Phoebe would appreciate that. In science day, we learned where the ducks in the pond go for winter, but I think I've known that all along.